Yep, guys. Uh, so myself, Hari. So I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect with 12 plus years of industry experience, guys, as a real-time under trainer. And I have a channel called Tech World with Hari, the YouTube channel name. So in that YouTube channel, I uploaded all the recordings so whatever we are discussing in the daily, right? And I already uploaded all the recordings related to a DevOps content also. It's a free, guys. You guys can go through it and watch the recordings also. So whatever the recordings, whatever the classes, every day we are teaching, right? That class will be uploaded in the a YouTube channel, guys. You guys can subscribe that channel so everyone get a notification whenever we upload the sessions, guys. So whenever you get a get a notification, so when we upload the daily classes, and so we will upload the classes information in the GitHub, guys. So I will show you that one also. Mm, yeah, guys. So this is my GitHub account, guys. You guys. So this is my GitHub account. So and I will upload all the recordings and the classes everything. We'll upload it in. Will upload it in here only, guys. Okay. So this is the AWS DevOps material. So yeah, guys. So the last classes will be uploaded in all the recording sessions on day 1 to day 30, guys. So I uploaded all the recordings in here. You guys say the same way I will create the 360-degree Linux AWS Fresher batch 2, and from day 1 to whatever the classes we are teaching, right? I will upload all the classes in here, guys. So something like the images, whatever the classes we teach, the images and the YouTube link, so we uploaded in here, guys. You guys can go through it and watch the recordings. So what you can do is, guys, you can create your own account, GitHub account, guys. So GitHub account is very it's easy, the same like as how you are creating your accounts in the Facebook, right? The same way you just create the account. I will show you guys, no worries. Okay. Yeah. So I am a ITIL certified engineer, and I am a Red Hat certified administrator, and I am a Red Hat certified engineer, and I am a AWS solution architect associate certified, and I am a certified Kubernetes administrator, CKA. I think you don't know, but the Kubernetes, our architectures, right? Our deployments, our daily, our real life deployments, Facebook or whatever it may be. So they are deploying as a microservices, right? So that microservices is nothing but a Kubernetes. Later you will understand, guys. Okay. So if you guys having any doubt, please reach out to this email address cherukuda.harikrishna@gmail.com, or you guys can anytime you guys can WhatsApp my number 9667211797. So these are the two communication media, guys. You can reach out to at any time. So definitely I will reply to you guys. Okay. And this, yep, guys. So the YouTube channel name is something like a Tech World with Hari, guys. So what is that? So Tech World with Hari. So this is my YouTube channel, guys. Okay. So in the playlist, I will upload the recordings in the playlist. So that the last batch will be uploaded in here 360 degrees Linux AWS freshers batch. So the same way I will create the another batch, something like a 360-degree Linux AWS freshers 2 batch 2, and I will upload all the recordings here, guys. Okay. And there is a complete DevOps zero to hero course, guys. So if you want, if you are interested, guys. So if you are interested, please watch these recordings also. So this will be a detailed 49 or 50 sessions with the everything, the real time and the Linux and the AWS and the DevOps also, guys. Okay. So you guys can subscribe my channel Tech World with Hari. You will get the notification whenever we upload the any recording, guys. Okay. And my so the LinkedIn is Hari Krishna Cheruku, guys. So if you want, you guys can send an invite. I will accept, guys. Okay. So is there any requirement, something like the freshers requirement or any requirement, I will post it here, so you guys can watch it easily. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So yeah. So welcome, guys. It's our first meetup. So you are all welcome. So this workshop, something like this is the workshop, something like a Linux and AWS, guys. This workshop, this session is for the Linux and AWS cloud. So our future plan to give the more workshops on all the DevOps modules like Git. So I will show you in this course Git, GitHub, Bitbucket also, and we'll just discuss about the CI/CD, guys. CI/CD. Okay, so this class is basically only for the Linux and AWS. We'll show you the fundamentals of the AWS and the Linux, why Linux, what Linux, how Linux. So what is AWS, what is cloud, so why cloud, why everyone is moving to cloud and why they are deploying in the cloud environment. So we'll show you guys, no worries. Okay, so yeah, guys. So I'm creating a, yeah, 1 second, guys. The desktop, I will create a 360-degree AWS and Linux batch 2. Okay, so I'm creating this a folder for everything, day 1, day 2, day 1. So today is day 1, right? Yeah. So this course is purely on cloud and the Linux. Guys, does anyone knows? So what is a Linux? Guys, does anyone knows a Linux, or does anyone knows Windows? So in this course, what we will discuss, so we will discuss about the Linux and the AWS, guys. So what we will gonna cover we on this, something like a, so what is OS, so and how many types of OSs, how many types of hardwares also, and who invented the Linux OS, and basic commands of a Linux, and how to install a Linux OS on VM, Oracle virtual machine. So how to install a Linux on Oracle virtual machine, and what is bare metal software, what is bare metal software, and so what is physical server versus a mission virtual mission. 1 second, guys. Yep, guys. So what is physical server and what is a virtual machine? And so the remaining, so the basic commands, right? The basic commands of a Linux and user administration. So user administration and file permissions and disk partitions. So disk partitions and package management. So package management and web server. So web server installation means Tomcat and Apache. So and Apache. So then deploy one application in the Tomcat and Apache web server. Apache a web server and so real time environment and we'll discuss about the physical hardwares physical hardwares and data center data center something like a data center or a on-premise on-premise environment. So on-premise, so real-time environments like a development environment, QA environment, and the production environment. So production, so environments. So we'll show it these concepts in the Linux and the AWS concept. So what are the AWS concept? So we'll discuss. So we'll discuss about the cloud providers, guys. Cloud providers. So cloud providers like AWS, GCP, Azure, Oracle, OCI, IBM Cloud. So we'll discuss the cloud providers. Cloud providers. So what is a cloud? So why it is popular? Why it is popular? And what is the purpose of a cloud? So and why they move to cloud before cloud? Before cloud, which environment? Which ENV environment is there? So we'll discuss this. Discuss and cloud services, cloud services, cloud environments, cloud environments, and what is AWS and what are the services in AWS. So the services like EC2, we'll discuss EC2, IAM, S3, VPC. So EC2, IAM, VPC, S3, RDS, and etc. We'll discuss, guys. Guys, now you understood? So what are the topics? So we will cover on this Linux and AWS sessions. So these are the topics we will cover on the AWS and Linux sessions. The mostly we'll discuss these content. So within 20 to 25 days. So within 20 to 25 days, some from Monday to Friday. So we have a classes from Monday to Friday, and the timings are 7 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. So 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. IST. So within 20 to 25 days, we will cover all these topics. So after 20, for example, after 20th day, you will understand the how the application is deployed, how the application is deployed, and you are seeing the Facebook, whatever the applications, right, in the real time. So how they are deployed, right? So you are a developer, so you are developing the code, right? You are a developer developing the code, and so that develop code, so we will deploy it on the any server. So any server, for example, Linux server. So how we can push it to the server in the physical and the on the virtual machine and the cloud. So this will show you this session. So now you understand the development, how to develop the code. But so one part the development of the code, but you don't know the other part, right? For example, you are learning a Python, Java, or whatever it may be. So you know the part of how to develop the code, how to develop the code, right? How to develop the code. But so whatever we developed that code, right? So where we can deploy this code, they can deploy this code on the other part is nothing but the cloud having a VM, something like a instance, is nothing but a server. So in the server, so you install the Tomcat or Tomcat, then you deployed the cloud. So after 20th class, you will understand both the this part and the this part and this part. So you know how to develop the code now, but later you will understand. So where they deploy this code. So if you are seeing in the Facebook or something like LinkedIn or YouTube or whatever it may be, guys. So that Facebook application is this is the facebook.com. So once you open the facebook.com, right, it will open a page of the Facebook or a WhatsApp or whatever it may be. So that pages will comes. That pages will comes, right? So where it comes from? It comes from the a server. It comes from the server, and you are searching in the a browser. You are searching in the a browser, something like www facebook.com, right? So you search it in our web browser www.facebook.com. It searches via HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol. So for example, this facebook.com is our code is deployed here. So it will fetch the data from here to here, here to here. So you will understand this part also. You will understand this part also. Guys, understood? So save as on desktop batch 2 day 1 course. Yeah, guys. So now we will discuss about the what is a AOS. What is a AOS? Day 1. So What is OS? What is OS? Guys, does anyone knows what is OS?
Operating system.
Operating system.
So I'm not asking about the abbreviation. I'm asking about the meaning, guys. I'm asking about the meaning. OS. What is operating system? Guys, does anyone knows what is operating system? Guys, speak out. So
It is
what
a
a, it is a
software.
software. Yeah, very good. Guys, what is OS?
It is a
Guys,
software.
it is a software. Yeah. Apart from
That manages hardware and software.
that manages hardware and software. Very good. Next. Operating
Allows
system.
the systems to run as an administrator.
Sorry. Interface. Very good. Very good. Apart from this, guys, tell me whatever you know, right, guys? You guys can tell me the
Collection of
answers.
programs.
Collection of programs. Very good. So apart from this, so yeah. So I will tell you a simple meaning, guys. I will tell you a simple meaning of a OS. So for example, this is the OS, guys. What it is? This is a OS. OS means operating system. So this is the operating system. Guys, which laptops are you using? Which laptop are you using, guys? Dell, HP, Asus,
Dell.
Dell, right? Very good.
HP.
HP, very good. Very good. Guys, hardware knows which language, guys. Your computer knows which language. Hardware knows which language. Computer or laptop, whatever it may be, hardware. So computer and the user. Guys. So mission language or assemble language. So mission language. Yeah. So computer knows which language, guys?
Binary.
Very good. Very good. Who is? Good name?
Lavanya.
Lavanya, very good. So binary, a language. So binary means, guys, binary
Zeros and
means,
ones.
very good. Zeros and ones. So your hardware knows only zeros and ones. So you know which language?
English language.
Very good. High level language. Just so a simple meaning purpose. You are taking something like it's a English. It's a English a language, right? So something like you know which language? English language. Hardware knows which language? Hardware knows which language?
Binary language.
Yeah. So directly, are you communicating with the hardware?
No.
So no, because
No,
of
sir.
you know only English language and computer knows which language?
Binary language.
Binary
Binary
language.
language.
So computer is unable to interact with you because of you know only English language and computer knows only binary language. So vice versa, English, so that user also unable to communicate with the computer, right? So what we need a
Translator.
Translator.
yes translator or a mediator, right?
Mediator.
Mediator. So mediator knows both the languages, right? So mediator knows both the languages, English and binary.
Binary.
Yeah. So guys, now tell me what is the meaning of OS? So for example, you pressed a key, you gave a input in the keyboard something like a. So OS took that A and translated to binary, something like 10101010, right? So again, so something like computer gives a binary language and OS converts into some in normal English language, right? So now tell me the meaning of the OS.
It is a
Interaction
mediator.
It is the process of converting binary language to high level language using the translator or a mediator.
What is the guys simple meaning? What is the simple meaning of a OS?
It is a mediator between user and computer.
So it's a mediator between user and the computer. So right guys. So what is a OS? It's a mediator between user and the computer. Now you understood what is a OS. Any OS guys. Guys, how many OSs do you know? So which OS is installed on your machine? On your laptop?
Windows.
Windows
Windows
10 or 11?
Linux.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So Linux also have OS.
Ubuntu.
Yeah, Ubuntu is part of Linux only, Linux family. Okay. Yeah,
Parrot, sir.
Parrot. Parrot. Apart from this, so is anyone using Apple laptops?
Mac.
Yes, very good. Mac OS, Macintosh. Mac means Macintosh, right? Apart from this, do you guys know any OS?
Android, sir.
Sorry, Android.
Yes, sir.
Very good. What is this? iPhone uses which OS? iOS, right? Yeah. Guys, now you understood. So without OS, you cannot communicate with your hardware, right? So whatever it may be, if it is a Dell or if it is a HP or if it is a your mobile phone, whatever it may be. So hardware knows only binary language. You knows only English language. So how you can interact with this hardware? You can interact with this hardware through OS only. So that's the reason these voices are installed on your machines. So these voices are installed on your machines. Guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
right. Yeah. So something like, so this is your mobile phone. So your mobile phone and this is you guys. So this is you. So how you are interacting with this mobile guys? You are a user, right? So you are a user and this is something like a Samsung, OnePlus, Oppo, Gippo, so anything. So right. So this is the hardware. Again, hardware knows zeros and
Once.
ones. But how you are interacting with this hardware, guys? How you
With
are
the English language.
with the
Operating system.
yes. So with the operating system only. So which operating system is installed on the smartphones?
Android.
Yes, very good. Android OS is installed on this machine. So then only you are communicating with the hardware. Otherwise, you cannot communicate. You cannot communicate. Right, guys? So for example, so this is your, so you guys are using your ISP, internet, Beam, or you are using your Wi-Fi in your home.
Yes, sir.
So for example, which Wi-Fi routers you are using? Which ISP providers?
D-Link.
Act, D-Link is okay. Act, Geo. So these all are right. So for example, D-Link. So D-Link is a, again, this is a hardware, right? So how you are interacting with it? You are changing your Wi-Fi username and password, right? You are changing your username and that Wi-Fi username and password. So this is the hardware, right? How you are changing your Wi-Fi username and password. Definitely here also, guys. So if you are interacting with guys, remember at this point. So if you are interacting with any hardware, so if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. Otherwise, you cannot interact with this hardware directly. Right, guys? Now you understood? So you guys can remember. So something like a video games or whatever it may be. If you are interacting with any hardware device, definitely there will be a OS is installed. Whatever it may be. If it is a Windows, or if it is a Linux, or if it is a Parrot, or if it is a Mac, Android, iOS, or any other small images, or any other small OSs. Guys, now you understood. So now you are thinking, if you are interacting with any hardware, if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. That only, so we can interact with that hardware. Otherwise, we cannot interact with that hardware. Guys, now you understood? You got the clarity about the what is the OS, right? Guys,
Yes,
now you
sir.
understood?
Yes,
Now you
sir.
understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So which OS is installed on your hardware? Either on our mobile, for example. So which hardware mobiles are you using, and which OS is installed on that hardware, guys?
Android.
Android.
Android. Something like you are using OnePlus, Oppo, Realme,
Android.
Redmi, OQ,
iOS.
iOS is nothing but. So if you are using Apple phone, iPhone, so in that iPhone, so the iOS is installed. iOS is nothing but a, so Apple companies designed their own OS for their devices. So their Apple devices. Okay, that smart, whatever it may be, either Realme, Redmi, Oppo, or Samsung, OnePlus, Motorola, whatever it may be. So that supports the Android OS, guys. Now you understood? So how you are interacting with your OS? So there will be a OS is installed. That OS is Android OS. That's the reason you are able to connect with that hardware. Otherwise, you can't. Guys, now you understood? So what is OS? Yeah. Then types of OS. Types of OS. So how many types of OSs are there? Does anyone knows? So you are using which OS? So you guys are using which OS, guys?
Android, sir.
In your laptop?
Windows 10. sir.
Windows, sir.
Windows
Mm.
10, right? So in your laptop at a time, how many users are connecting or working with the laptop? So in your Windows laptop, right? How many users are connecting at a time?
Only one, sir.
Only one user, right? So only one user. So for example, so this is the other hardware. So this hardware is deployed our application. For example, which application is deployed? Facebook, facebook.varchar. So Facebook is deployed, application is deployed. So how many users are connecting to this website?
Multiple users, sir. Multiple users.
So multiple users are
Yes.
connecting this server. So because of, so if you are interacting with this, right, definitely there will be a CPU and memory. The performance will be, so will be used to this server, right? So how many types of voices are there?
Two types, sir.
So you are interacting with the multiple users, right? Definitely there will be a different OS is developed. Different OS is developed. Those OSs are who developed the, who invented, who developed, who created the Windows OS. So Windows OS, which company?
Microsoft, sir.
Very good. Microsoft company. So Microsoft company, Bill Gates, right? Who invented that Microsoft? Bill Gates. That Microsoft company created a Windows OS. They created two types of OSs. So Windows Server 2016. So Windows Server 2012, 2008. Windows Server 2008. So Microsoft developed these OSs. This is a single user operating system. What is that, guys? Single user operating system, and this is a multi-user operating system, guys. So this is the single user operating system, multi-user operating system. So what is the version now running? Windows 11, Windows, before Windows 10. So before Windows 8, before Windows 7, and Vista, before Windows XP, before Windows, this is Windows 11, guys. Windows 11. The same way, the present version, I don't know exactly. So I am thinking 2016 or 2020. So Windows Server 2020, 2016, 2012, 2018. So the version upgraded. So the version upgraded, right? So hardware also designed for the two types. So hardware companies, so two types of hardware is also designed for the two types of hardwares. One is for single user operating system, the other one is for the multi-user operating system. So for example, Dell Latitude series. This hardware is developed for the single user operating system. So for the multi-user operating system also, they designed a Dell PowerEdge R710. Dell PowerEdge R710. So this is the hardware is used for the multi-user operating system. Guys, understood? Now you understood. This is the hardware. So this is the hardware. So this is the hardware is used for the multi-user operating system, and Dell Latitude. So this is the hardware for single user operating system. Single user operating system. Guys, understood? So types of OSs, two types of OSs, single user operating system and multi-user operating system. Yeah. So Linux is popular for multi-user operating system. What is that, guys? Linux is popular for multi-user operating system. So here also Mac OS is a single user operating system. So Linux OS is the multi-user operating system. So Linux is popular for the multi-user operating system. Guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Very good, very good. Just simple meanings, guys. Nothing worry. So Linux and AWS is very easy compared to the development. It's a administration job. It's not a development. It's a just admin. So someone is developed, you just admin that admin only. So you just administrate those things only. Okay. So very, very easy, guys. So very, very easy. Now you understood. So Linux is popular for the multi-user operating system. So Linux is used for the multi-user operating system. Yeah, so this is the hardware, right? So this is the hardware. So this is the hardware and this is you guys. This is
User.
you, user. So how you are interacting with this hardware, guys? How you are interacting with this hardware? So hardware knows only zeros and ones, you knows only English language.
Binary.
So I want to interact with this hardware. How you can interact with this hardware?
Binary.
So hardware knows only binary language.
Yes,
So you cannot interact with us directly. We need a what we need.
OS.
Yes, very
Or
good.
mediator.
Linux OS, right? So we installed the Linux OS on this machine. So then only we can interact with, or else not only a Linux. So we can use Windows Server 2016 or 2018 or 2020. So if you want to interact with this hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed on this machine, right? So Linux OS. Now you understood the Linux OS. Who invented the Microsoft OS?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Microsoft, for example, Windows is Microsoft. So now who invented the Linux OS? So who invented the Linux OS? And before that, I will tell you one thing. What is GUI and what is CLI? Guys, does anyone knows what is GUI and what is CLI?
Graphical user interface.
Very good. Graphical user interface
Interface.
means graphical user interface means your Windows OS, whatever it may be. It is a single user or multi-user. So what is graphical user interface? So for example, this is the Windows. So how you developed your OS? So we developed the OS with the help of images, something like minimize, maximize, graphical user interface. It's a so how you developed the Windows OS? The Windows OS developed with the help of images. With the help of images, that's the reason. So Windows is a user-friendly OS. So everyone can easy to learn and easy to understand. Easy to understand. And the hackers also easily hack the Windows OSS because of it's a graphical user interface. So how the OSS coming to your Windows OSS through the pen drive, something like pen drive or whatever it may be. If you download any images, if you downloaded any images, right, it will get the virus, right? So it will be easy to hack the Windows OSS. So what is a CLI? So what is CLI,
Command
guys?
line interface. Sir.
Yes, very good. Command line
Interface.
command line interface. So how you are interacting with
Linux
this
OS.
OS? Yes. So Linux OS is a command line interface. So Linux OS is a command line interface. You see? So for example, so this is right. So everything will be black screen only. So how you can interact with this OS? You can interact with this OS through
Using
commands.
Sir.
Commands only. So commands means alphabets. So alphabets means, so it will be So it's a lightweight. So 8 GB. So the default 8 GB is enough for installing the OS. But here graphical, right? It's a images. We need at least a 50 GB to install the OS. 50 GB space we need to install the OSs. And Linux is a lightweight and highly secure. What is that, guys? Highly secure. Why highly secure?
Hackers cannot
Secure.
hack easily.
Yeah. So Windows Linux OS is developed through the commands. So commands means alphabets, right? So the virus is attacking through the images only. But the here, so there is no images. There is only alphabets, right? So the virus will not attack to the Linux machines. That's the reason Linux is popular, highly secure and portable. It's a portable. It's a portable. Guys, understood? So why Linux is popular than Windows? Because of it's a CLI and highly secure, and it's a portable. And it's a portable. The other thing is, so what is open source and what is commercial? Guys, so what is open source and what is a commercial? So
Freely available in the
which languages you are learning, guys? Java, right? For example. Who
Yes.
told that open source? So open source. So open source having a 2 points, guys. Open source having 2 points. So one is someone told freely available, right? It's a free of cost. What is that, guys? It's a free of
free.
cost. The second one is source code also. Source code also available. So what is source code, guys? So you are developing a code for the application, right? That is the code. A code is nothing but a source code. Something like so Linux is a software. How Linux OS is developed through the language only. So through the language means they developed the code. They developed the code, right? That code also freely available. That code also freely available. Open source is nothing but a free of cost, and source code also available. What is commercial? Commercial is nothing but a so Windows or whatever it may be. So the license, we need to purchase the license before we can use it. So before use it, so before before use it, we can buy the license or we can purchase the license. It's a commercial means we need to buy it. So before use, we need to buy it, then we can use it. So all Windows family is a commercial. All the Windows products, all the Microsoft products are commercial, guys. All the Microsoft products are commercial. Guys, now you understood? Now you understood the difference between GU and CLI and open source and commercial. So Linux is released as a open source. So Linux is the commutator for the Windows. So commutator for the Windows. Windows is a commercial. So that's the reason. So Linux released as a open source. So Linux released as a open source. So who invented the Linux, guys? Who invented the Linux, guys?
Linux Torvald.
Yeah. Who is Linus Torvald? So Linus Torvald studied in one university, and his mentor is asking to create a new OS in 1991. Right, guys? In 1991, so Linus Torvald is studied in one of the university, and his mentor is asking to create a new OS based on the Unix OS. New OS based on the Unix OS. Unix OS. Based on the Unix OS, he developed a OS called as a Minix. What is that, guys? So Minix OS. So Minix OS having some drawbacks. Minix OS having some drawbacks. Drawbacks means there is no network. There is no network is enabled on the Minix OS. So then he overcome all the problems and they created a one OS called as a new OS. New OS. New OS, and he is thinking to put the new name for this OS. He is thinking to put the new OS for new name for this OS. New name for this OS. So then he put the name. He put the Linux name. How Linux name comes into the picture. So the first four letters from his name. What is the his name, guys?
Linus.
Linus. So the first four letters from his name and last letter from Unix. Last letter from Unix. So what is the last letter from Unix, guys? X. So what is the first four letters from his name? Linus. So then, it comes into the picture Linux. It comes into the picture Linux. Guys, now you understood how Linux OS name comes into the picture? Linux.
Yes, sir.
Now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who developed the Linux OS? Who developed the Linux OS? Linus Torvald in
Linus Torvald,
1991. Yes,
1991.
Linus Torvald. Now you understood how Linux OS comes into the picture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Very good. And so Linus Torvald released so Linux as a open source. He released so Linux as a open source because of he is the commentator for the Windows. He's the this is the Linux is commentator for the Windows. That's the reason. So Linux released as a open source. Linux OS released as a open source. So Linux OS released as a open source. Open source means, guys, tell me what is open source?
Free of cost.
Yeah.
It's
So he
free of
released as
cost.
a free of cost. If it is a free, right, everyone can use it. No need to bother about the how we can buy. How we can buy. Sir, we can install Linux also in Dell laptop. Yeah, I will show you, no worries. I will show you everything, no worries. Okay, so Linux OS is released as a open source. So every company, some of the companies took that source code because of source code also available, right? So for example, I have a Facebook source code. I have a Facebook source code. So what is source code, guys? The application code. The application code I have. So I have a Facebook source code and I modified wherever the Facebook is. I modified like a book face and I released as a book face because of so I don't want to develop the code, right? Because of it's freely available. It's a freely available and I modify something few of the things and I released as a book face. The same like as a Linux OS released, right? Some of the companies took that source code and created their own type of OSs. So we'll show you tomorrow what those OSs. So we'll show you tomorrow, guys. Guys, understood? Someone told like Ubuntu. So tomorrow you will understand what is Ubuntu. Okay, guys, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, guys. So it will be very, very easy, guys. No worries. So it will be very, very easy. And this is not a development job. This is administration job. and you will understand. So now you understand, right? The Facebook, how Facebook comes into the picture. So what behind from the Facebook? What is the behind? So how it deployed, where it deployed, where it deployed, how it deployed, something like it deployed in the cloud environment or a data center environment, which servers they are used, Dell PowerEdge or HP servers, whatever the servers they are used. So where they deployed, so what is the resources, so we'll show you everything, guys. No worries, you will understand. So as of now, you know only the front end, so the back end will show you, so we'll show you slowly. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
sir.
we'll
Thank
continue
you.
from tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Guys, I will upload this recording in the YouTube channel. You guys can subscribe and watch it in the YouTube channel. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
sir.
thing,
Okay,
and you
sir.
can do, so you can create your GitHub account. It will be very easy, guys. So tomorrow morning I will show you how to create a GitHub account. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So whatever the images, right? Whatever the images and documents, so that will be pushed to the GitHub. Okay. You guys can go through it and use. So that YouTube channel name is Tech World with Hari, guys. So this is my YouTube channel name. Who is that? Nitish. Tech World with Hari. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So we'll continue from tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.